Hi guys! Now, are your kids turning into binoculars? If you go to a planetarium, could you pick your kid out from the rest of the telescopes? Or are they squinting so much that they look like Pedro Pascal in The Mandalorian? Now, today we're diving into how to slow down the eyeglass prescriptions in your kids. Now, for years, I've seen parents' worried faces as they see their kids' eyeglass prescriptions go up and wondering if it's ever going to stop. As the years go by, I've seen kids needing glasses younger and more often. First, let's define what myopia is. It means that you see blurry when you see or you try to see things from far away, but you can see up close, aka being nearsighted. A practical example when it comes to kids' vision is that they can't see the blackboard, but they can see what's on top of their desks. So eyeglasses correct their vision so that they can see the blackboard clearly once again. Now, this topic is near and dear to my heart because I had a high prescription starting in my preteen years back in the 80s. I was a nerd, or I was called a nerd, a loser, and all sorts of names. And in that time, there was no smartphones, iPads, and computer games were just getting into widespread use so that most kids spent their time playing outdoors and not glued to a computer screen like it's their full-time job. So having a high eyeglass prescription wasn't as common as it is today. Now, currently there's a myopia explosion in kids just because their life revolves around looking at a screen, and that prolonged screen time drives the eyeglass prescription to progress quicker than the previous generation. Just to be clear, it's much more than needing eyeglasses. You see, myopia is a progressive condition that can lead to permanent and long-term complications, especially when it starts early in kids. You see, high myopia, which is defined as -6 diopters or more, can increase the chances of getting eye diseases because with myopia, the eyeball stretches abnormally, which stretches the back of the eye or the retina and other structures. So here are the top dangers for kids with progressive myopia that every parent should know about. Number 1, increased risk of retinal detachment. Now, retinal detachment, or the retina, is the back of the eye, and when it stretches out abnormally, it becomes thinner and more at risk for holes, tears, and detachments. Now, the worst case scenario is that your child develops a retinal detachment, and due to the nature of it, there's no outward signs that a retinal detachment is developing. There's no pain so that your child won't know to tell you something is wrong until the retinal detachment has developed to a sight-threatening stage, which is when the signs and symptoms like flashes of light, floating spots, and a curtain or a cobwebby appearance happens. Retinal detachment left untreated will cause a permanent loss of vision. Number 2, increased chance of glaucoma. Now, having a high myopic prescription can put your child into an increased risk for glaucoma. Elevated eye pressures, which is the hallmark sign of glaucoma, can damage the optic nerve, which is the main nerve of the eye, if untreated, and can lead to peripheral vision loss, your side vision, and then central vision, which can lead to blindness. Number 3, increased chance of early cataracts. Now, we all think of cataracts happening to people later in life, like in your 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. But with a high myopic prescription, cataracts can occur much earlier in life, which can blur out vision, and cataract surgery is needed to restore vision. Number 4, risk of macular degeneration. Again, we think of getting macular degeneration much later in life, but with high myopia, the chance of getting macular degeneration is increased, leading to distorted vision, leading to legal blindness, since there's no cure for macular degeneration once a child is diagnosed with it. Number 5, vision impairment. Now, with all the potential eye diseases that can happen because of high myopia, this can impact your child's quality of life, like thicker eyeglasses, limited sports activities, social and daily activities being limited because of headaches, frequent squinting, and reduced performance in school. Now, I don't mean to scare you. I'm a parent myself, and I'm concerned especially when Asians have a higher risk of increased myopia progression than any other race, but global myopia rates are rising. So what can you do as a parent about it? to help with it. Now, believe it or not, a ball can lower your kid's risk of myopia to as high as 50% for 76 minutes a day of outdoor play. You see, kicking your kids out to play can lower the risk of myopia by a lot since they're not focusing on anything up close, but far away, and choosing fresh air over a fortnight won't hurt either. Fun fact, Aussie kids have a lower risk of myopia since they spend a lot of time outdoors, lower than screen-heavy Asians where 80 to 90% of teens are nearsighted, Asian teens that is. So guys, send your kids outside to chase squirrels instead of Wi-Fi signals. Remember, 2 hours of sunlight a day keeps myopia away. So next up. Now, there are glasses that are specifically designed to slow down the progression of myopia. One example is MiYOSMART lenses that uses the focus technology to refocus and slow down the myopia progression by as much as 59% on average. These lenses focus slightly in front of the retina, which is supposed to signal the eye to slow down its elongation or growth. These lenses are like tiny trainers for your kids' eyes, minus the sweatbands and the protein shakes. Number 3, there are eye drops that helps to slow down your kids' myopia. It's called low-dose atropine, and it does this by relaxing the focusing muscles on your kids' eyes with minimal side effects. Another fun fact, atropine was historically used by pirates to dilate their pupils to create that black eye look, like it's kind of menacing to scare their enemies. But the kid-friendly version won't make them look like Captain Jack Sparrow. It's like a chill pill for your myopia. Number 4, limit your screen time. This is especially important because it strains the eyes and increases the risk of myopia progression. Now, as a parent, I've struggled with this myself because smartphones and tablets make such great babysitters. And what parent can't use a moment of peace? Am I right, fellow parents? Now, studies say that kids under 5 shouldn't get more than an hour of screen time daily, but good luck trying to convince a tablet-addicted toddler about that. If your kid is getting a lot of screen time, try the 20-20-20 rule, which is every 20 minutes, look away for 20 feet away for 20 seconds. Too much screen time makes your eyeball grow faster than a teenager's phone bill, so try to keep them out of it if they're trying to negotiate hard for 20 more minutes of Roblox. Number 5, get a regular eye exam. Now, this is important because myopia sneaks up on you, and your kid often won't tell you that something is wrong with their vision. In my career, I've often seen kids for eye exams because their grades are going down, and checking their eyes were the last resort after trying everything else. Also, you want to catch myopia early before it gets big, and kids' eyeglass prescriptions can increase fast in a short amount of time. If we can detect it early, we can implement solutions like what I've mentioned above. Since once a prescription gets big, there's no way to take it back. Eye exams are like dentist visit, but less drilling and more, which is better, 1 or 2. So there you have it, folks. If you're concerned about your kid's vision getting worse and worse every year, get an eye exam and talk to your eye doctor to see what options are best for your kids. Remember, myopia is manageable, so share this with a parent who needs it. Now, if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more informative and entertaining videos. And look out for my next video, new eye dry treatments you need to know about in 2025, or this video coming up. See you later.